Good morning, this is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, starting off with some chilly conditions this morning and some partly cloudy skies with just a slight breeze. Overall, expecting a fairly quiet weather day ahead as we'll continue to see some below average temperatures, however not the cold temperatures that we will see as we get further into the weekend. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have high pressure is going to briefly dominate the forecast as we move over the next day or two before a strong upper level trough drops into the area, bringing in a push of some Arctic air. And once again, another chance for some light snow Friday evening, but similarly to what we've seen the last couple of days, if we see any, will be on the lighter side to mainly just a dusting to a couple tenths of an inch. Take a look at the current conditions, seeing a broken deck at 11,000 feet, winds out of the north at 8 knots, temperature 27 degrees, relative humidity is at 58%. Current visible satellites shows that cloud deck still streaming through the area, moving off to the east. We'll see that clearing out as we get into the afternoon time frame, and with some partly cloudy and mostly sunny skies later in the afternoon. As we look at the high-resolution model for the next couple of days, again, as mentioned, looking at quiet conditions as we move through the day today, just those below average temperatures. As we move overnight into the start of the day on Friday, we'll see some increased high clouds, maybe some patchy fog or mist around the region briefly in the morning prior to sunrise, but nothing too significant. And as we move through tomorrow, we'll see a fairly similar day temperature-wise, but overall quiet conditions. But as we get into the evening time frame, we'll start to see that trough dropping into the area with a surface front associated with that, and along that front we see here chance for some light snow pushing through the area. But again, overall not much in the way of precipitation, fairly dry boundary, but still we'll see a chance for some light snow with maybe a dusting of accumulation, possibly up to a couple tenths of an inch, the way things are looking currently at this time. The bigger thing will be as this front pushes through, getting into the start of the day on Saturday, we'll see those winds shifting northwesterly and really ramping up quite a bit as we see that pressure gradient tightening over the region. And we're going to see those wind gusts quickly pushing up as we move into the start of the day on Saturday. Additionally, we're going to see those those temperatures falling fairly quickly, with our high temperature basically at the start of the day and then falling throughout the day, and seeing some pretty wicked wind chills as we move through the day as well, with those wind chills pushing 0 degrees and at times later in the day getting below zero, so negative wind chills with those peak gusts up to 50 miles per hour as we move through the day on Saturday. So it's going to be a fairly brutally cold day as we move through the day Saturday, and continue to see that cold and breezy conditions Saturday evening, where we'll see those wind chills likely staying below zero through the overnight time frame. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we have green conditions through the next 24 hours. We'll see our high temperature peaking around 37 degrees this afternoon. We'll see winds generally out of the north around 7 to 12 knots. Could see them briefly go north-northeasterly during the afternoon, with maybe a few peak gusts up around 17 knots. Then we'll see those winds settle down as we go into the evening, with just a few clouds around the area before those high clouds build in for the start of the day tomorrow. We'll see that low temperature bottoming out around 20 degrees. Tides running slightly above normal today. Tomorrow we'll see, again, fairly quiet weather day with green conditions across the board. We'll see partly cloudy conditions with some increasing clouds as that front approaches later in the afternoon and into the evening. Very slight chance we see some light snow during this time period here, but most likely we'll hold off till we get into the Friday night segment here. But high temperature fairly similar tomorrow as well, with a high around 36 degrees. Then Friday night we see those overcast conditions building in, chance of light snow, looking at yellow risk for that precip, as well as a chance for some reduced ceilings and visibilities with that snow activity. As mentioned, just expecting up to a dusting around the area, and maybe possibly a few tenths of an inch, but overall no significant real accumulation with this, the way things are looking at this time. And then those winds do ramp up, and seeing those wind chills dropping into the single digits by the time we get to sunrise Saturday. That actual low temperature looking to be around 22 degrees, so we do have an orange risk for those winds ramping, and then increasing that to a red risk as we move through Saturday, as we'll see that high of 23 likely at the start of the day, and then those temperatures falling as mentioned as we move through the day. There's wind gusts peaking up around up to 50 miles per hour, and there's wind chills again, as mentioned, near or below zero as we move through our Saturday with mostly to partly cloudy skies. As that boundary pushes through, we'll start to see some additional sun, but still going to feel very cold out there as we move through the day on Saturday. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.